good, y'all? This is Stony Maine 1A, and we're here for Stony Maine Tries. We're going to try a new thing. Not necessarily flower, not edibles, but we're going to do concentrated cannabis in a vape form. So today's brand we have is Cultivate Premium Cannabis Vape Cartridge. We're going to do a review on carts today. I've been wanting to do this for y'all. It's been a while. So today's strain that we're going to do today is Cherry Pie. Cherry Pie, initially, I was not a fan of it because people were telling me they had Cherry Pie, but it was really Purple Cherry Kush or a Cherry Kush, or even one time in point, Purple Kush. And I was extremely disappointed with it. Cherry Pie consists of Grandaddy Purple and Durban Poision. Grandaddy Purple is one of my all-time favorite strains. The greatest flavor, per definition, of what the color purple tastes like. Everybody can vouch for that. It's a hardcore indica. It comes all the way from California. I like how they was able to bring the crossbreeds all the way out to the Midwest, out here in Illinois. So this is great. Wow, I still can't wait for that Grandaddy Purple to come out here. So basically, this cartridge itself has 70.31% THC, 0.6% CBD, and I can actually believe it in this case because a lot of cartridges in New York, they don't tell you the necessary percentage. They just tell you, oh yeah, it's 100% THC, 100% in the content as in the potency. But people would want to know, there's different levels to it. So today's battery we're going to be using today is MedMen. I got this battery from New York because I was a former patient in New York as a medical marijuana patient. And this thing, I see it doesn't have a tear open spot, so this looks pretty childproof. You let this sit around, your child couldn't get into it. So you see this here, right here. You can see the contents back here. I had to do a little fighting with it before because I couldn't open it. Obviously childproof. So I'm gonna use some scissors and cut this bad boy open because that's just really messed up, bro. Like now you have a container like this, but you don't have a tear off part where people could access their medicine really easy. Now see, look, that's all they had to do. Just give up a tear open part. I smell the bags too, cause you could definitely smell the potency behind this. Ah, I see the mouthpiece is a little sticky. I begin to wonder though. I always wipe my mouthpieces off. When I try a new cartridge, I always gotta wipe it off because you don't know what's on it. You really don't necessarily know what's on it. So, as I said before, I've come across variations of cherry pie, especially the Granddaddy Perp crossbreeds, like Granddaddy Perp Girl Scout cookies. That is Candyland. That is a very delicious strain. I tried that in Las Vegas when I was out there on a trip back in September 2020. So, if I try this, is this okay? So this one has a no button feature. I love these. These cartridges with these tips with the no buttons are perfectly compatible for each other. Now, if you get a cartridge that doesn't have this kind of end, I would not recommend you using a no battery for it because you're not going to get the results that you want. This oil I'm looking at is pretty clear. It's got a little dark ends to it, analyzing it, but overall, you can kind of see right through it. I do tend to question these kind of oils, but even though it is thick, this cartridge doesn't look like it was fully filled. Hold up. Make sure this thing working. Ooh. 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 That was nice. Oh man. That really tasted like straight up cherries. Like I felt like I really just had a cherry pie. Ooh, you could really taste the Granddaddy Perp parents. How the Daddy Durban Poision combines. Oh man, this is good. I do not advise anybody who's using cards to use it how I use it. I just happen to have a very high tolerance, and I'm using this for educational purposes. So I'm basically toking this to give you a further review of it. I do not recommend you take more than what the directions say, because 90% of y'all probably can't handle it, and you're gonna put yourself in a situation you don't want. That's the last thing anybody needs. And in all reality, if you're one of those type of people, I strongly recommend you have CBD products next to you at all times, because if you're too uppity, if the THC content is overpowering you and you can't handle it, you need CBD to bring that down, to bring down that medicated level, because you're obviously too medicated. You don't want that. You want to have the perfect medication. Like these, they're good. They're good. They do its job as far as, like, what it's supposed to do medically, but as far as the whole medicated feeling, it does. The cartridges really doesn't do it for me like that. But this taste though, ooh, wow, this is definitely nice. It's got that soothing, that sweet, soothing taste. It's not full blown fruity, but it lets you know there is a hint of fruit in it. This is raw deck. And be honest, the terpenes associated with these, like I said, floral, herbal, and peppery. I'll go with that. It's not earthy. It's definitely not earthy. But that hint of fruit will make it confusing, like it is earthy, but it's really not. But overall, I've been wanting to get my hands on some cherry pie. So I said, you know what? Let me get the cartridge first. Let's see how this goes. So, cultivate. This is my first time trying this brand. And I gotta say, I'll definitely give it a thumbs up. This is definitely a good strain. The taste is clean. You don't taste any extra additives, no add-ons, none of that. All from Ascend. And I get most of my products from Ascend. That's where it's at. It's a really good cartridge. So, review time. Overall, I would give Cherry Pie a 9.5 out of 10. The taste is without a doubt there. The taste is definitely without a doubt there. It's there, but I would say, in my opinion, I like it, but I'm not really a fan of cherries. Like, I was hoping it would taste like raw Grandaddy purple with like an extra hint or kick or something to it, but it's a whole different entity. Like the name, it literally speaks for itself. It tastes like you're eating a cherry pie. So the taste, I'll definitely give it on that. The potency, I twisted. The potency, it'll get an 8 from me, because there are more potent strains out there, more potent cartridges, and there's a whole bunch, like I said, that are stronger. This is only 70%. Most of them, they have about 80, 85 people who have the medical cards can access to the 100%. Overall, the way this thing hits, it would lean towards more the sativa end. I would definitely say this would be more of a sativa dominant hybrid. The way the parenting is, you would think it's an indica dominant hybrid, but the way it hits and the way I feel like I'm getting an energy boost, a mild energy boost, and it's enabling me to stay up and do what I have to do in a sense. So those are definitely a good sign. But the only thing I have to question is the coloring of the cartridge, because the last time I seen a cartridge like this, I went to a place called Vireo Health over in New York. It's 2 blocks down from Queens Center Mall. I bought one of those cheap $20 cartridges. And this is from a medical marijuana dispensary, by the way. Bought a $20 cartridge, right? The oil looked just like this. The only problem with that was the oil was runny. It was thin, and you burned through it real quick. The dosage was not correct. You got a third of what the recommended dosage was saying. You wasn't getting the full medical benefits or the full dosage like the box was saying. So it reminds me of that. that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to give it a perfect 10, because I'm questioning this part right here. But overall, the taste, yeah, it's what you expect from a typical THC cartridge. So I would definitely recommend Cherry Pie to everybody, especially beginners. This is a good beginner startup cartridge where you've never really smoked before, but you don't want something too strong, but you also want something that tastes really good. So I would recommend Cherry Pie with that. So on that note, I'm gonna go put this up, take my last toke, and enjoy the rest of my day. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna be dropping more videos, more vape reviews, more edibles, more flour, and then pretty soon we're gonna get into the dabs and all that. I just need more support and need more dab fans coming up and out. Then I'll really bring all that good stuff out. But till then, guys, stay stoned.